Now, the fourth agreement, this one to me, it's as equal, as powerful as don't take anything personally, because it talks about do not make an assumption. And making assumptions, I think making an assumption has broken so many families. Because making an assumption pretty much says, I thought you said, I thought you did, I thought you were going to, I thought we were going, I thought, and I thought. Don't think. Reassure yourself
by asking them.
By asking. What's wrong with asking people? Please, if I ever say something to you that you did not understand what I said, ask me. Don't make an assumption. Don't think, oh, Daddy said this. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm just going to do it anyways. That way, whatever happens, happens. No, ask me. Before you do something wrong, ask me. There's nothing wrong by asking. Nothing wrong. So, people get into a lot of trouble because they don't ask. It's like asking for trouble. It's like saying, here I am, I'm looking to fight with somebody. No, ask. This book is about relationship, people. This book is teaching us how can we become better communicators. It's teaching us how can we improve our listening skills. It's teaching us, Jay, how to create an environment that when you speak, you are understood, and when you are spoken to, you actually understand other people. Because it is really, really painful when you assume something, when you think somebody said something, and is the opposite.
Yeah.
It's asking for trouble. It's asking for trouble. And let me see, because I have something from this chapter. Do you have anything from this chapter that you want to talk about?
Okay. We don't need to justify love if there or not there. Real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them.
Read that again.
We don't need to justify love. It is there or not there. Real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them.
If I agree to love you the way you are, that's on me.
Yeah.
Because I accepted you the way you are. If you're grumpy and I said okay, I gotta take that. Because that's what I decided to accept from you. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to accept someone the way they are. Now, just be mindful that once you say yes, I love you the way you are,
you can't go back.
You can't go back on your words. Like you saying, I'm okay with this, And I think that's very good. That's very good. And the last agreement, I think, changes everything. The last agreement changes everything, which is always do your best. Sometimes people believe that doing your best is going to look the same always, and it's not. Let me explain. Maybe my 100. So for example, I'm going to give you a perfect example. I was supposed to read a full chapter of the new book we're reading, right?
Yeah.
The Shift. Okay. Because I worked, because I was handling other stuff, clients and stuff like that, and I went to bed really late. I didn't read the full chapter.
But you read some of it.
I did my best. I read half. And tonight, after we finish here, I'm gonna go get everything ready. I'm gonna read the half that I didn't read yesterday, plus the new chapter. I'm gonna do my best to finish the second chapter. Why? Because that's the agreement we have. We have an agreement that we're reading 24 books a year, 2 books a month, 1 chapter a day. And I don't want to break that. But obviously things happen in our lives, and we want to be 100% transparent with what we do here, you know? And I did my best. And because I did my best, I don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty. What do you think about doing your best? What do you have on that?
Doing your best. So let me say this. If you do your best and you don't expect a reward, you will get one no matter what you do.
Repeat it again.
So if you do your best and you don't expect a reward, you will get a reward no matter what.
Guys, when we do things without expecting anything, when we do it because we really want to do it, we get rewarded anyway. You know? And I believe that's what sets everyone apart. You have the worker that goes to work because of the paycheck.
Yeah.
Then you have the other worker that wants to improve where he works. Obviously, he wants the paycheck, but before the paycheck, he wants to improve where he's at. And because he improved where he's at, he gets rewarded with more money.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's always like an ethic thing when it comes with doing your best. You know, sometimes people complain, oh, but we work in the same place, in the same floor, and you get paid more than me. No, the only difference is that I do better than you. By much more. I have more value. Or not, I don't have more value. No, I'm wrong. I provide more value than you. You know, sometimes I have heard, oh, because he's Spanish. Well, you have to understand, he speaks English and Spanish. So when someone comes talking Spanish, he translates for us. Guess what? He brings more value to the table. And that's something that is different from everybody. But going back to the book, when doing your best talks about how you keep yourself accountable with everything you do. What does that mean? You said that you will stop talking to you.
You set rules.
Exactly. You set rules. So you said that you are talking to yourself in a nicer way. But sometimes, you break that rule. But that was your best. Maybe that day you were having a bad day, and you went back to your old ways, right? And it's okay. It's your best. What you have to do is do your best at everything you do, because if you do that, then your best is gonna look better and better and better throughout time. Yeah, throughout time. What else do we have here? Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. Number one, God is life. And God is life in action. You have to take action. If you say you want to change, you want to be better, you want to be different, you want to improve your life, you need to take action. And I think we're doing that. We started talking about reading books.
Yeah.
We started talking about learning new things. And so far, we have read 2 books and my life has changed. I'm talking to myself differently. I'm thinking about savings and investment in a different way. Reading this book and rereading it now, talking here, makes me realize all the new things that I could apply in my life. Because God is life, and God is life in action. So if you want God to work in your life, you have to do something. Again, the Bible talks about it. Faith. Faith is something that you don't see, but you expect.
Yeah.
Right? But guess what? Faith is also wow, I know this in Spanish, not in English. So I'm gonna do my best to come up with the words. So faith, if you don't work your faith is dead. That's pretty much what the Bible says. So in order for you to improve your faith, guess what you gotta do? Take actions. Take actions. And that's exactly what we're talking about. You have to do your best. So faith today may look different from faith tomorrow. Simple as that. What do you think?
It was, I think it might have been my third favorite chapter. It
Okay.
was very important, you know. Taking action is always good, and let me read it from the book this time. Inaction is sitting in front of the television every day for years because you are afraid to be alive and to take the risk of expressing what you are. Expressing what you are is taking action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but what makes a difference is the action. Without action upon an idea, there will never be a manifestation, no results, and no reward.
Can you put it in your own words?
In my own words, so sitting in front of the TV all day, right when you get home from work, and do nothing you won't get any reward. And
No, you're reading. I need you to tell me straight from your thoughts what it is that you think.
straight from my thoughts.
Yes.
So I think that means like not being active at all, just sitting on the couch, going on your phone, playing games or doing whatever. Instead of being outside learning something or doing something on your phone that is educational. You know, like for example, you have an email saying, "Oh, come take this class. It's about taxes."
Correct.
If you take that opportunity and you use that opportunity correctly,
Yeah.
you will and you learn the basics from that, and you will learn the things from it, and you will make you will gain more knowledge.
You become more knowledgeable. You add value to yourselves. See, isn't that what Americans do? They come from work. There's nothing bad, okay, with working, coming home, and trying to relax. But listen to this. People go to work. They come from work, and once they get home, all they do is eat and watch TV. And then 20 years later, they look back and say, "Oh my God, I haven't done anything with my life." They haven't learned anything new. They haven't done anything new. And what they did was set themselves for failure. Because now time has passed and nothing has changed in their life. And the only way you can change in your life, people, is by doing this. By reading, learning, and applying the principles you learn. Because if you don't take action in breaking your old habits, then you will stay the same.
Yep.
You will stay the same. And talking about breaking old habits, breaking old agreements is the last chapter. Is the last of this book, because how we can learn something new, apply something new, but still think the same way as we used to. I don't think that makes sense. I think that I think this is very smart from the author, saying that, hey, I give you what you need, but then last I will say how you put everything together, which is by breaking all agreements. If the guy that called you big head in school, said that to you, and you believed it, it is time to say, yo, this is not who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a big head. I may have a big head, but that's because I learned a lot of stuff and my hair grew. I don't know, something like that. But you have to come out of it. I remember when I was a kid, a lot of friends or a lot of kids used to call me names. Like a lot of names, disgusting names. Like I won't even say it. But I grew up with that. And sometimes, I'm gonna tell you the truth. So back in the days when I was your age, about 12, 11, a lot of people used to call me ugly. People used to call me ugly. And I don't think I'm the prettiest, but I think I'm handsome. And even if I'm not what people call handsome, I am handsome. I don't care. You know what I mean? But it took me a while to actually understand that what people were saying was they were seeing something great in me, and they wanted to, to destroy it because they were talking about themselves. They were talking about themselves. They were talking about how they were feeling. Because I never called nobody by names. You know what I mean? But I was getting bullied with that. Oh, you ugly. You ugly. A lot of girls call me ugly. Guys call me ugly for no reason. And I grew up with that. And when I decided to believe in myself, guess what? All of a sudden, I'm Mr. Popular. All of a sudden, people want to hang out with me. All of a sudden, people are calling me. Hey, what you doing? You know why? Because I started believing in myself. I was living in a lie. And once I woke up and I said, no.
This is not right.
This is not right. That's not who I am. And things have started changing for me. And that's something I want to tell you, since you are 12 years old. You're about to be a teenager. People will call you, will say, will do things to you that you will feel some type of way. Don't let that get to your head. First of all, believe in God. I have told you that. Number two, you need to believe in who you are. And you're my son. And I'm telling you right here, right now, in front of everybody, that you are handsome, that you are lovable, that you are an amazing boy, that you are one of my biggest pride, because you have gone through a lot. And you know what I'm talking about. You have gone through a lot and you still have a smile on your face. And I want you to keep doing that. That's why we're doing this, guys. This book club, reading books, recording ourselves here late at night is to encourage you, parents, that you need to talk different to your kids. You need to start creating good memories in your kids' mind, because they are our next generation. And I believe you will change the world. I believe it. Maybe you don't reach 1 million people, but maybe you can, change your community, or maybe reach the entire world.
Yeah.
I believe it. Anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, but we do have one more chapter.
One more? No, we don't. Which one?
Heaven on Earth.
Oh, Heaven on Earth. I forgot about this one. I got so caught up in the moment. Sorry. Yeah, heaven on earth. This is very simple. What do you think of it? Once you make all these changes, you do your best, you break bad habits, what happens?
You just start living your dreams.
And you don't live people's dream anymore. And I think that we have to break free from other people's dream. Because if we look in our society today, everybody looks the same, everybody speaks the same, everybody make the same amount of money, it's everything the same. And I think God put greatness inside of us. He put something different in you. He put something different in me, and I believe God put something different in your heart as well. Each single one of us have a talent that God gave us. You're different in your way. I'm different in my way. So, Heaven on Earth pretty much says, do every single step, right? The book talks about, and start living the life you desire.
Yeah.
And I think everybody should do that. And we encourage you guys to start living the life you desire, but you have to make the proper changes and take actions on them tonight. Not tomorrow. Tonight. Tonight is the night that you say, you know what, no more. I won't take that. I want better. I deserve better. I want the best for me, my kids, my husband, my wife, whoever it is. This is the night, right? People will start changing their habits. People will start changing who they are to become a better person. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Guys, this is the end of this episode. I hope you love it. Buy this book. We will be adding the link in the description. Please subscribe, like, comment. What else? Follow us on every social media platform. We will be including our Facebook, our Instagram, and I don't know. I think we gotta create other accounts, right? Like X, things like that. We're gonna be pretty much in all platforms, but we encouraging you to follow us, because what we're doing right now is changing our lives. It's changing people's life, our community, improving who we are by reading books and applying the principles. Don't forget, what do we say?
24 books a year, 2 books a month, 1 chapter a day.
That's all we have to say. Stay tuned. Thank you.